Okay, people. So white men can't jump, right? Just check that out. And I got opinions, people. I got opinions. You know what I mean? Like, yo, this film, right? The original 92 film. That was one of the first films I remember going to the cinema on my own to see, right? Oh my gosh. I didn't really know anything about it, but you know what I mean? Just that Woody Harrelson, Wesley Snipes were in it, and I was like, yo, let me go check that. And man, I love the shit out of it. Ah, that film is so damn good, right? So damn good. I remember my ass got chased from the cinema. Woo! Just avoided getting serious beat down by a gang of motherfuckers. But yeah, that was the first experience. So that film, man, you know what I mean? When I heard they were remaking it, I was like, yo, what? What are we doing? What are we doing? But as I say, I keep an open mind, son. So I gave this a watch, right? The film is directed by Charles Kidd II, aka Calmatic, right? It is written by Kenya Barris and Doug Hall, with a story from Ron Shelton, Barris, and Hall. Right? The film is produced by doom doom doom. Boy, this film's got a lot of people up in it. Paul Hall and Kenya Barris. It's executive produced by Doug Hall, Ryan Callie, Jim Powers, Noah Weinstein, Blake Griffin, E. Brian Dubins. Marcelo Zavos handles the music. Tommy Maddox Upshaw, cinematography. Jonathan Swartz edits the piece. Nick Raulaboski, art direction. Set decoration is Amy Vukovich. Costume design is Nisha Lemel. We got hair and makeup from Aaron Walters, Michelle Sazovo, Nina Ross, Jason Chandler Petus, Chelsea Orduno, Tanisha Meeks, Jacqueline Knowlton, Camille Irene Evans, Tonya Cryer, Lisa Bufford, Erin Blinn, and Neil Abbey. All right, so outcast. Well, we have got Sinqua Walls as Kamal. This is the Wesley Snipes character. And Jeremy, the Woody Harrelson type character, is played by Jack Harlow. Lance Reddick, in his last role, plays Kamal's dad, Benji. Tiana Taylor is Armani, Kamal's wife. Tatiana, Jeremy's girlfriend, is played by Laura Harrier. Miles Bullock plays Renzo. Vince Staples plays Speedy. Zack Steiner plays Philip Williamson. J. Alfonso Nicholson plays Jermaine. Aidan Shute plays Drew. Bentley Green plays Jacoby. Andrew Schultz Old Andy Schultz is up in it. He plays TJ. James L plays Mooch. Blake Griffin is there. Taylor Rooks. Tyler Hero. Dazern Jones plays Duke Skywalker. Arturo Castro is Bobby, Kamal's boss. Paris Nicole plays Edith. Gerald Johnson plays Lamont. I think that's probably our main group of people. Oh, I should be shout out Samir Royal plays a younger version of Kamal. Right? Yeah, that's the main group, right? Now, the gist of the story: Jeremy, a former star of the game whose injury stalled his career, and Kamal, a once promising player who derailed his own future in the sport, juggling tensions, relationships, financial pressures, and serious internal struggles. The two ballers, opposites who are seemingly miles apart, find they might have more in common than they imagined possible. So, yeah, there we go. White man can't jump. Now, right? Calmatic, he directed the remake of House Party. So that this ain't his first rodeo taking a classic and putting a new spin on it. Haven't seen House Party, right? Heard some things, ain't seen it, so can't judge, right? Now, Calmatic, I enjoy. He's done some great music videos. You know what I mean? Some great music videos, right? You can definitely see that music video styling in the film. You can definitely see that, right? Now, this is also Jack Harlow's feature film acting debut, which, I mean, there's a load of people that could have played that role. So it's interesting that they chose Harlow, right? Now, I will say, right? Definitely did a lot better than I thought, right? Well, not even that I was thinking he was going to be bad, but there's just always that, how's someone going to do, right? In their first role, how are they going to do? Right? So you're not hoping they do bad, but you're like, yo, can they deliver on all levels? And he did a lot better. Yeah, it was okay. Now, there were definitely times watching where you're like, okay, in this scene, you need a little bit more. He had a very laid back approach, but it didn't always work. At the beginning, when you have Jeremy as this, meant to be kind of chill motherfucker, that was all good. Like later on in the film, when you're meant to be hitting these different emotional points, it doesn't necessarily come across. But as I said, for the first role, yeah, he did his thing. It was solid. It was solid. The interesting thing about this film, right? And, as I mentioned, Ron Shelton was involved. Now, Ron, not only did this dude write and direct the first White Man Can't Jump, right? Having that on your CV, son. He also wrote and directed Bull Durham. Now, I have never seen Bull Durham, but I hear Bull Durham is great, right? It's about baseball, and I really don't have much of an interest in baseball. Not to say that I wouldn't enjoy it if I watched it. There's a lot of things I don't do, but I do enjoy watching. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just never got round to it. But yeah, meant to be great, right? He's also He's also directed the Great White Hype. No, he wrote the Great White Hype. You know what I mean? I enjoyed that film. You know, he wrote and directed Tin Cup, which I cannot remember if I watched or not. Right? Now he did also write Bad Boys 2, which yeah, yeah. We need to have words about that, Ron. We need to have words around that. But so we got there's talent involved all around in this film. You know, Keenan Barris, he's up there. You know what I mean? He's on the writing and producing all of that front, along with Doug Hall. So, you know, there's all of this. But the thing I think one of the biggest things for me, right? So the original film came out in 92. And it was fun, right? It was fun. It was silly, and I think you could, because even at that time, right? You think about the time, there's John Stockton, there's Larry Bird had been around. You know what I mean? There'd been some good white players, right? I think now even more so, right? No one really thinks white people can't play basketball. You know, no one is thinking that. No one in just a pickup game is going to think, oh, because of that person, you know what I mean? There's a white, Chinese, Indian, whatever, they can't. No one's going to be thinking that. So just the kind of that side of things, the jokes don't really work anymore. It just doesn't work, you know. And there's a load on. Oh look! Oh, white boy can play. Like it's just like you know. I think things like this work one time if done well, but you can't go to that well numerous times, you know. And that's one of the big things with this film. It's just all of the stereotypes are kind of crazy, right? It's the way Kamal derails his career. There's a load of ways they could have approached that. A load of ways. But they went they went the typical way, which you would always see in a 90s film or TV show, right? It would have been nice if they played it differently this time, right? It really would have. You'd be like, okay, cool, we're doing this. That's all right, that works. I'm down. You know what I mean? But there is just so much stereotypical stuff that gets in the way of everything for me, right? For me, that just gets in the way, right? Because I'm just like, yo, let's do something. All right, if we're taking a classic film, let's do some different shit here. Now they try to inject this different stuff in, like with the dad and just the games, right? They try to, because in the original it's 2-on-2, so they did a little thing with that, but you know, Like you have these situations, right, where they're, you know, I won't even get him because, I feel it's probably too close. I mean, I don't think with this anyone's gonna be like, I wonder what happens. You know what I mean? Everyone can probably imagine exactly how this goes, right? There's not gonna be any shocks in there for you. But yeah, I won't touch on that. The one thing I will say, right, this thing that often happens when people, like, there might be an incident that happens to someone, and they're like, oh, they don't really think about it. But then at a pivotal moment in the film, that's when it suddenly all comes up. And you're just like, come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing? Like, I do not believe that when certain things flare, they are the only time these characters have thought about those things. It just makes no sense. It makes no sense, right? Especially when these big things, these life-changing moments, that shit eats at you in every quiet fucking moment. Sometimes more than others, right? Sometimes more than others, but it's there. It's there, and you know what I mean? Just to try and be like, oh, it's been kept quiet for all these years, and now it's suddenly, and you're just like, no, this is foolishness, right? The stereotype of black people not being involved in therapy, again, not needed, not needed, and stupid. It's a stupid thought. You know what I mean? Like, there's just a lot of, I see that coming, right? I will say, like, Tiana Taylor is, yeah, great. She's great. And her character, there's some nice moments with her character and Kamal, right? The same with like Tatiana, right? Just some of those moments are nice. They work. So look, this is not just straight garbage. There's some decent moments in it. The Andrew Schultz stuff, that makes you laugh, right? That's funny. Schultz, he redeems himself for you people, for sure, for sure. But yeah, it's just not. I'm just, finished watching this, hated the way it ends, hated the way it ends, and I'm just like, I don't know why this was needed. I don't know why it was needed. I'm scratching my head. I'm wondering. I'm wondering, you know? But it's out there. It's out there. I will say, right? If you enjoyed Calmatic's House Party remake, then this will probably sing to you, right? If you liked You People, this will most likely sing to you. You know what I mean? If those are your joints, people, you know? Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, it's not, um, yo, what am I thinking? What am I thinking, people? Jeez. It's not Any Given Sunday, right? It's not that. It's not Above the Rim, you know? It's unfortunately not 92's White Men Can't Jump, right? But yeah, if you enjoy those other things, I think this will probably be cool. You will vibe with it, you know? You will vibe with it. So, yeah. They're my thoughts, people. They are my thoughts. Now, obviously, you do you. You know the things that you like. So you'll know if it just sounds like it's probably your jam, right? If you've got Hulu, if you've got Disney Plus internationally, it's on the Star, you know, tab. So if you've got those, you might want to check it out, you know? So yeah, White Men Can't Jump 2023. Is it all net or is it off the backboard, people? Only you can judge.